Number one, is your phone slow? Does it feel slow, like your phone is lagging? Okay, here's a trick that you're going to have to do. Well, let's start. Go to your settings. Go all the way to the system. About phone. For you. Check for the build number, then type 7 times. I'm already a developer, but if you haven't done that, type it 7 times, then it will activate developer options. Then come back, then open developer options. And this is what you will do. So what you will do is move all the way to the bottom and look for window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation scale. So window animation scale, at default, it's usually at 1 times. Window animation scale, when you're moving from one window to the next, how fast, what kind of animation happens. So if it's at 1, if you put it at 0.5, it takes what, half the time, I guess, or it feels half as slow. If you completely turn it off, then one window to another, there will be no animation, so it feels faster. If you turn this off, you won't have any animation doing it. Turn all of this off, and then that you found that lags will feel like it's super brand new. Number 2, people will spend most of their time on their smartphones, but they have nothing to do. Most people take 100 years on WhatsApp. So I'd like to introduce you to new apps. This is my home screen. So the number 1 apps that you should know about, which I will probably know about, but you really should check it out, is the Reddit app. So Reddit app is probably like the front page of the internet. It came from Reddit. It basically comes from the word Reddit. Like you go to your friend, like, have you seen the new Donald Trump, shenanigans? And we're like, yeah, Reddit already. So Reddit is the front page of the internet. It's where you find the latest stuff. So when you load your Reddit, this is basically the layout of a Reddit app. My internet is slow, but basically it's an outlay. So when you open a Reddit, when you're registering, first thing you have to choose the kind of topic that you actually like, so that your timeline has things that you actually care about. So for example, this is a Reddit. Then when you have to go follow the actually things that you like. So I want to follow, let's say my favorite YouTuber, his name is MKBHD. Then I'll simply type him, MKBHD. Yeah, my internet is actually slow, so it's okay. So right now it's joined, but it would actually ask you to join. When you join this is called a subreddit. So basically what it is, people who join here can post their ideas about this page, about MKBHD, about his latest videos, about the things he's doing. Then depending on how many upvotes someone gets, the higher the upvotes you get, the higher you move on top of the thread. For example, this guy Andrew Maganelli came and posted this. Then people start to comment. This guy has 23 upvotes, so his comment appears first, and there's people actually reply, people talk. The higher the upvotes, the faster. So basically, this is where you get everything. If you want politics on Trump, if you want to follow Elon Musk, you want to follow anything. In fact, the most famous subreddit is the R subreddit, where people actually come to post pictures of their dogs and cats. Yeah, it's 22.3 million. Things is so cute. I mean, look at that. 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 So basically upvote or downvote. The higher the upvote, you get to be ranked first in a thread. So you need to check out Reddit, because that is where you find things. You get updated quickly when you're on Reddit page. So the second thing would be Pocket Casts. Pocket Casts is an application that helps you listen to podcasts. What is a podcast? Podcast is basically talk radio. You get to choose a topic that you like with the people that you like to talk about. Then you listen. So how do you get to apply this? Number one, this is how I apply this. Every time I get up in the morning, when I'm taking a shower, I put on a podcast and I listen to it. Here are my podcasts that I'm subscribed to. We have Vajcast, which is a tech podcast. Stuff You Should Know podcast. It's just stuff you're supposed to know. Vajcast, for example, they're released in episodes. So this is talking about blockchain tech. The review of the Pixel 4. Will Sprint and T-Mobile merger create competition? It's basically merge. So I like to listen to tech podcast. That is great. We have TED Radio. Who doesn't love TED Talk? Then we have the Daily. It's basically for politics. What did Trump do last time? It's pretty simple. We have This Is a Syntax. It's basically a web development podcast. I listen to the trends in web development, the kind of frameworks they're using. The new JavaScript frameworks. MKBHD. So podcasts are a great way to start your day. When I actually commute from my house to school in the morning, it's basically a 40 minutes commute. That is if there's traffic. I have to walk and then take a cab or take a taxi. So basically what I do, put on a podcast, my earphones, as I walk, I listen to them. It would be great for you if you're Kenyan. There's terrible traffic, you're leaving home, you're going to work. You need to get something to listen to when you commute, something that you actually like. I feel like it calms me. So if you want to listen to great podcasts, then Pocket Cast is a good way to listen. You can download them offline if you want to listen to them when you're offline, when you have no internet. It works. It's great. It's a great app. It's beautiful. It's friendly. It's a great app. You should definitely check this out. It will change your life for the better. It doesn't have. You can talk about any topic. Those that about makeup. Those that talk about sexual orientation. Basically, if you like anything, sports and all that. So you should check out Pocket Cast. It's great. The other one is Spotify app. You definitely know this. So I love to listen to music, but I actually get lazy a lot this time from downloading music. So I usually actually prefer, if I want to listen to music, just go play it. And here it is. So basically when you play your music, it's there's an algorithm that knows the kind of music you listen to, so that it's supposed to actually tell you, it's supposed to recommend music of your type. When you like music, it stays in your library, so that when you want to listen to it again, just come find it. And it's great. You can subscribe to artists, so that when a new track drops, you get an alert. So podcast is basically a better way of listening to music. Yeah, you get high quality music. Mine is not a premium app, but I'll show you how to get a premium Spotify app without actually paying. But I actually prefer you pay. But if you're, kind of poor like me, you gotta find another way. So the premium app gives you unlimited action. You can download them offline. You get to skip more than 6 tracks in per hour. That is something you can't do with this trial version of the free version of Spotify. But generally, it's a good app. The UI is friendly. It is very attractive. It's just great. So these are apps that you should actually try. I'm trying to compile a list of very useful apps that you should use, how you can tweak your Android device. Those are coming in next video. But if you actually like this, leave a comment. Tell me if you want more of these. If you think the apps that are actually useful that I don't know about, you can comment them below, so that we can actually talk about them.